Young Turks. I don't, Ronald, sorry, don't know what you're talking about. That's one problem with our system is when you ask a question that's back, from something I said 40 minutes ago. I
I
don't
think
even
he was
remember.
talking about the negotiations, talking about the negotiations between the U.S. and Iran.
Yeah, but what's YT? Yeah, okay, don't know. What about Egypt's buildup in the Sinai? You asked about that yesterday, and that they do have troops in the Sinai. They've always had troops in the Sinai. They're not going to attack Israel. If they did, they'd lose, no question. So it's not an issue. Has Trump ever chickened out? No, he has not. President Trump plays to win. Trust the plan, trust in our military, and trust in God. Okay, well, you're welcome to your opinion. A lot of people have made a lot of money betting that President Trump would chicken out and then reaping the rewards when he did. So you can call it what you want. It's a semantic issue at that point. President Trump says he will do things and then does not do them. Period. So you call that whatever you like. Will the reenlistment of Staff Sergeant Joey Jones improve, change government decisions in Hormuz? I don't see why that would have anything to do with it. Next. If Trump caves on Iran, how long till the IDF acts on their own? Probably not immediately, but at some point in the future, and it may take the form of not a kinetic airstrike or anything like that. It might take the form of something else. I'm getting, while we're speaking, there are rockets coming in from Lebanon to Israel. So pray for Israel. Next. Do we know if the Hamas leadership is still living in luxury in Qatar? Some of them have gone to Turkey. I think they're gone from Qatar. I think they had to go somewhere else. Do you think that Steve Witless has his hand in Trump not going after Iran? Would not surprise me one bit, because Steve Witkoff listens to Russia. Russia is obviously telling him, don't go into Iran, and so Witkoff is going to be passing that on to the president. Next. Do you believe the war will resume? I believe it should resume. You can't predict what President Trump is going to do. You just can't. Next. They're going to get it now. Goodbye, IRGC. Nice knowing you. Yeah, I hope so, right-wing gun nut. Thank you for the 1999. That's nice of you. Next. Looking forward to meeting you in a few weeks in Armenia. Yep, PC. It's going to be a great time. We're looking forward to it. Thank you for the $2, Vicky. I appreciate you. Do you think Trump will soon say time's up for IRGC? Let's hope. Let's hope. I mean, he's been saying things like that. How many times has he given a 48-hour ultimatum? How many times? Like a dozen? Seems like it. He keeps giving ultimatums and then he just doesn't do anything about it. He makes up some excuse. Well, Pakistan asked me not to. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do what Pakistan wants. Next. If IRGC does fall, will it be the end of their proxies as well? Yeah, I mean, there's reporting out there that the Houthis, for example, have refused to get involved in this conflict because they're not getting any money from Iran anymore. So they're mad about that. So probably. Next. Tusi is in France again. What's happening there? I didn't see him this morning, so I don't know. There's always craziness going on in France, for sure. Who called you? I missed that. I got called by somebody. I already explained that, so I'm not going to do that again. Next. What's my newest book called? It's called Red Teams. And it's not on Audible yet, but it will be. I'm just finishing up the narration. I'm doing it myself. So it'll be on Audible before long. Who should replace Tulsi? I'm sad why she had to leave. That's really hard. Your husband has terminal cancer. But I think President Trump can do better than Tulsi Gabbard. She was spectacularly wrong. She was kind of really dipping into the woke right, kind of, throwing the ball over the fence as far as I'm concerned. Next. January 2026, Jerusalem Post reported blatant violations of the Camp David Accords and Egypt's direct role in empowering Hamas. There have been reports about that, but that's all I can say because I haven't been able to corroborate that. Next. What about the Iranian people? Are they just going to leave them under IRGC rule? That's a question I can't answer. Next. Haven't heard him say anything about Ivanka. Yeah, I haven't either. That was reported in the New York Times, I think, New York Post, something like that. All right, folks, that's all the questions we got for today. We did get done a little before an hour, so that's good. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend and a great Memorial Day. Remember, Memorial Day is not just an excuse to have a barbecue. It's an excuse to pray and thank God for the people who made the ultimate sacrifice so that we can enjoy a barbecue and not have to worry about jackbooted thugs coming in and arresting us. Unless you live in California, of course, which, there's that. Okay, God bless you, and we'll see you next time. Thank you very much. See you on Monday.
What I love most about Man of the People, I have never met a people who are more hard scrabble, even in a place that requires you to work like 2 or 3 different jobs. We have watched this state become essentially unlivable for working class people, and it makes me deeply angry. I'm Grant Plattner, the Marine Corps veteran oyster farmer running for Senate in Maine to defeat Susan Collins. I did 4 infantry tours in the Marine Corps and the Army. I'm not afraid to name an enemy. It's the billionaires and the politicians who sell us out. Susan Collins has been in charge and making policy and decisions the entire time that things have been getting worse for the working family. Nobody I know around here can afford a house. Healthcare is a disaster, hospitals are closing. We need a government that works for people like us, but you're supposed to fight for the things you love. This is our home, and I will fight tirelessly for it. For you. For me, it's Mainers first, in Maine, always. I'm Graham Plattner, and I approve this message.
Employee pricing for all at Ford in Augusta. Right now, lease Maverick XL for $369. Or save over $10,700 on F-150 Lariat. American value for American values. It's your Ford. Find it at Ford in Augusta.
In policing, you realize there are some people who are going to just counter the law no matter how much the law is correct and looks them directly in the face. And you also realize that they're going to go to whatever measure they can to try to skirt out of the law. Time and time again, there is a trooper willing to oblige you by removing you physically from the car, placing you in handcuffs, and taking you straight to jail. This is one of those. So this is interesting. If ever I'm in the position here, that officer behind me, I will always give the officer the lane. Even if we are going about the speed limit, I'll always give them the lane because I want them to be able to get to wherever they have to go. Yeah, that was interesting to see the person pass the officer at that rate of speed. I don't see the exact speeds. I just never do that. Very smooth positioning, married the speed of the vehicle, offset the vehicle perfectly, passenger side approach, good stuff.
Give me 1 second, I get my right on the road to be good. Okay. I need your license and insurance. Get my right on the road. I'm Trooper Fortune with the state police. I need your license and insurance. Are you refusing to get out? I don't feel safe. Are you refusing to identify, sir?
Approaching 5, it's a light Nissan Titan, Arkansas 342. X-ray, Frank Idaho.
A couple things I want to mention here. This is interesting. The trooper just now called out stop, and he's already made his initial contact. What if on that initial contact it went south? Does anyone know what his location is if he can't get to his radio? I'm not sure if that is the normal practice of Arkansas State Troopers. I know the normal practice with most police is to project the stop, call it out on the radio, then exit your vehicle, because if something happens and you can't give your location, everyone knows where you are. Something else I'd like to mention, because I've been seeing in the comments a lot of people asking why police use a different phonetic alphabet. So the officer called out X-ray Frank Ida. The phonetic alphabet used by police is different than the international one, which is used by the military, and it's because it's more colloquial for Americans to use our phonetic alphabet, and for international it's much easier to use the other phonetic alphabet, where Ida would be India and Alpha and Adam are the two differences. I mean, there are several differences in the two phonetic alphabets, but that was what is my understanding, and someone in the comment section can chime in if they have more information, because one's an international version and one's on the local American version.
Stop it, you pulled me up for no reason. He's intimidating me. Alright.
Is it the state police?
Yes, it is. He's on court right now. Court C. Fortune. Yes, ma'am.
What I need from you right now,
There's no reason for you to pull me over at all.
what I need from you right now is a license and insurance.
Police right now, I'm trying to report you. There's no reason for you to pull me over at all. All because you want to put me outside.
So you're refusing to exit the vehicle? You're refusing to identify yourself?
On the side of the street.
I believe the guy called 911 on the trooper and saying he's intimidating him.
Take me out of my car, man. I'm coming with you. You ain't got to move. I'm getting down. You ain't got to move. It's still go down. It's still go down. Trust me. It will go down. I got a messed up heel. If you fuck my heel up, if you fuck my heel up, you will get a lawsuit.
Literally within a couple minutes, I don't feel safe calling 911. I got a bad hip. You will get a lawsuit. What the fuck is wrong with people?
So the guy said, I'm big, you have to put 2 handcuffs on me, which leads me to believe he was placed in handcuffs before because he knows that he needs 2 sets. I can't tell if the trooper put 2 sets on him or not.
No reason to pull me over. All because you want to be a prick. No, sir. Then give me a hang up. You cannot do that. I'm in fear for my life. You can't do that. You cannot do that. I'm in fear for my life, man. You got me on the side of the road. I'm in fear for my life. Now, what is the reason why I'm being detained?
You're under arrest.
What am I under arrest for? What am I under arrest for? Why are you pushing me like an asshole?
That's what you call no
This is
nonsense.
clearly a trooper, don't play that. Why would you challenge him? You're gonna lose. This doesn't make any sense. And his name is Trooper Fortune. And this is not good fortune for this guy in the back seat. This guy's not to be played with. You see that this guy's placed in the back seat of the vehicle. Trooper is looking inside of the truck. I don't know if he's conducting an actual search or whatever he's doing, but he doesn't see the guy. An effective tool is to put the seatbelt on the guy. So if you do glance back and see the guy, you can still see that the seatbelt is on. If they take the seatbelt off, it's a visual cue that they're attempting to do something. It's not a 100% foolproof thing that you can do, but it's at least something that gives you some type of visual cue, and it keeps the person restrained inside the vehicle, even though they can take it off. So one other thing I think you noticed that this guy had on his work uniform, that is a restaurant. I think it's all over the South. Insider police thing is that you arrest a person from the place and you're like, well, you just burn that eat spot. Meaning after you arrest maybe the cook or whatever, are you gonna go eat there? Probably not. It's just a little insider thing between cops, and hopefully the guy wouldn't do anything to the police food or to the officers' food, but it's a little thing that cops will say. It's like, oh, we just burned that eat spot. Nothing against that business.
4x4s on cars.com again?
I honestly don't know what you're talking about.
I was thinking of something more sophisticated. Oh, fine. Keep the beard.
Cars.com. Where to next?
You might be wondering how I got here. All I needed was paper towels. But one deal led to another. And another. By the time I spotted the paper towels, my hands were full. Ocean State Job Lot, everything you didn't know you needed.
Dirigo Federal Credit Union was born and raised here in Maine. And like Mainers, we're built on grit and a lot of gumption. We know your name, we know your story, because real community starts by knowing one another. Visit us today and experience the Dirigo different.
Let me stop the screen right here. Look at this guy. Central Casting were to say the ultimate RoboCop looking person who can handle business. And this is what an AI image is gonna come out. And I'm not trying to be funny when I say that, but consistently I see that Arkansas is producing officers that look like that. But I'm not saying that just because I'm pumping up Arkansas, because there's some challenge with some of the tactics I see, and I mention those as well. But here's the thing, command presence. These troopers have what's called command presence. When you see them, just their presence, which is a level in the use of force continuum, says something. There was a study that was done by the feds way back, and they interviewed a whole bunch of people who attacked police officers and caused them great bodily harm. And the question that they asked them was, what made you attack that officer? The most common response, because I believe that I could take him. Think about that. I believe I can take him. You look at this guy. Do you believe you can take him? That is part of the safety element that I believe looking sharp in uniform, being in shape. I always say, are you in the shape to be in the fight of your life? Well, what do you think this guy looks in the mirror and says? It matters. It's never to be disparaging. It's about because we want these people to keep us safe and keep the road safe. It's incredibly important. Good stuff that they take care of themselves like that.
When I think I'm going straight to the hospital, so they took pieces of my handcuffs. I had to put handcuffs on me.
You're under arrest for interference with law enforcement.
I did not do shit. You think, yeah, whatever. It's gonna be thrown out. I didn't shoot shit. You pulled me over illegally. And then the officer, and I was on the phone with the police, and you hung up on the police when I was trying to tell them I needed help. You know this is wrong. You know it's wrong.
Will you tell me your name now?
No, sir. You got my driver's license, everything. I'm not telling you nothing. You know this is wrong, bro. You know this is wrong.
I don't have your driver's license because you refuse to give it to me.
Because you know this is wrong. You know this is wrong. You know you're not supposed to be putting me in this handcuff. You know you're not supposed to be doing none of this. This is wrong. Illegally, this is wrong.
So you're refusing to identify yourself?
You ran my tag. You're the same person that owned that vehicle. I'm the same person that owned that vehicle that you illegally pulled me out of.
So what's your date of birth?
My date of birth is 4/20/79. You illegally detained me. I'm in the back of this damn thing with my hand, my handcuffs busting right now. Yes, this will definitely get ran up. And I got people on both sides, law and but it will get ran up. I swear to God it will be. I don't bother nobody. I honestly wish y'all would not use your authority like this. This is some bullshit. It's the shit why people don't like y'all. It's right here. Oh, some bullshit right here. Oh, because you want to play, I got the authority. Bullshit. No. I don't treat people like that in my line of work. Exactly. Snatched me out of my car when I was coming out of my car. Threw me on your hood. And when can I request that videotape of that footage? You don't know your job now? All of a sudden you doing your job trying to arrest me for somebody new. So now you don't know your job now? That is ironically funny. And I know everything in here is being recorded. So you don't know your job now on that? Oh, now you don't answer on. That's smart. That's smart. It is recorded. I'm getting arrested for being black. That's basically what it is. I was on the freeway doing the speed limit. He blew his light for me to get over. I got over and got back in the lane. If you can't ride, if you ride 2 miles in that left lane, the far left lane, you got 2 miles before you can get over. It's a passing lane. And he pulled me over and detained me. The only right he can keep me on is trying to say I resisted freaking arrest when I was on the phone with the police calling for help. So I will be requesting this footage. And I'm not stopping this. I'm not stopping this. Paid suspension. Because a paid suspension should not happen. This is unlawful. You can check my truck 100 times and won't find nothing but chicken wings in that mother. You try to search to see if you found something, they ain't gonna find nothing but chicken wings. I can't wait till I get my corporate lawyer on you. That's my wife coming because she's dating for my wife.
He said that in his line of work, he mentioned the restaurant that he works at, I don't treat people like that. I believe customer service matters in policing just as well. However, there's a difference. Because there's law, and the law is the law. And if you want to try to fight the law, it's not on the side of the road. We say this continually to people. And to argue the officer in that manner, it's very different than a restaurant. In a restaurant, you call the manager, they remake your stay. In policing, you got to go to court, then appellate court. And then hopefully, if it doesn't go well for you at the appellate court, you can go to the Supreme Court. It's different. I agree that there's customer service challenges, but don't do it there on the side of the road and refuse to give your ID. It doesn't work.
And I repeatedly told this officer, Steve Fulton, to put me in bigger handcuffs. They're cutting the wrist off, and they're going to end up bleeding by the time wherever I get it. And I will have pictures of that, too, from the doctor. The video camera going to show that he threw me on the hood. Just because the officer want to have a stick up their bottom or having a bad day, they can't treat people the way they want to. When I go to work, I got to leave it at my front door, at my 2 car doors, and at the door of the office I step into. They should not come to work with attitudes or with authority chip on their shoulder. I do my job, I got to do my job to the fullest. This is some sad work for Arkansas police right now. It's clean. When you hear on my body, they come back negative. He pulled me over illegally. He detained me illegally. Can I get help from police? Can I get help from police, please? I'm gonna do it every time, bro. Detain me illegally. I'm gonna do it every time so that I get help. Because I'm fearing for my life with you. Thank you. Somebody thought it was some more sweet seats.
Do you have any insurance on here?
Yes, I do got insurance. It's on the phone that you spelled on the car, and I will be down that too. Yeah, you can't tell me. It's insured, and I got somebody coming right now.
Let's get towed.
I called 911 because he pulled me over illegally. I was in the left lane. He flashed his light. I pulled back over, and he put me in handcuffs, and my wrist is bleeding right now.
Nope.
Did you come to assist me? Was it 911 call?
Why you doing it? Because he's going to jail. Because he's going to
And
jail.
ask him why.
Misuse of 911, calling the police on the police in uniform, not a win.
You see what I'm saying? Ma'am, where's the police I call? Where's the police I call? I'm asking this gentleman will his corporal be there so we can face this stuff. But apparently he's not trying to talk to me. Can we hurry up and get off the side of the road because my hands are hurting from when you put these handcuffs on me illegally. I got a messed up rotator cuff. We get to where we get to get my people on top of getting you suspended.
First time I'm seeing a female Arkansas State Trooper. Looks phenomenal. Shaved, tactical bun, command presence. Good stuff.
17 to 19 Southside.
I will not feel it, Joanne. Lord have mercy.
This guy's continually complaining about his handcuffs, and we noticed it was one set of cuffs, and he does look a little big. Best practice. If he's not being violent, you have no reason not to check them. The reason I say this is because there are several lawsuits against police regarding handcuffing, and as a sergeant, I would get those kinds of complaints very frequently about a person who says there's circulation, and police have lost some of those lawsuits. So rechecking the cuffs takes a few seconds. Don't know if he double-checked initially, but maybe he did, and if he did, good. But this is for other officers who may be watching this. Double-check the cuffs, especially after a complaint. It's a very common complaint police receive, and lawsuits do happen because of those.
Yeah, we're gonna have to feel that. Now, where are they towing my truck at? Where are they towing my truck to?
Trooper don't play that. Not to be messed with. The original video has the charges listed, and I believe the charges, according to this, are calling 911 for the purpose of making a false alarm, obstructing governmental operation, refusal to submit to arrest, and a seatbelt. This male identified himself as being 46 years old. This is not the normal behavior of a person who is 46 years old. It's not a win. You must provide your driver's license as a driver in every single state in the United States. If you know someone that's going to be this obtuse during a car stop, let them see this video, because in the back of the car is where you're going to end. It's going to be the police car. The other thing is, it looked like he was on his way to work. That doesn't bode well when you get arrested on your way to work. It's not a win. If you like this kind of content, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click on the video that's on your screen for more content just like this.
Chevy drivers need a truck that shows up the same way they do. That's why Chevy's so...
I do not, no sir. Alright, so do you have to search the video? I don't have to, no sir. That's why I'm asking you to read this so I can get your consent. I'll tell you about it. Just read it. We'll talk about it now.
All right, everybody, welcome back. We got another video for you. This one comes from Midwest Safety, and it is everything changed after cops opened his trunk. I haven't seen it. Let's go.
It was a routine traffic stop until they checked the trunk.
Ooh, that sounds ominous. Yeah, like traffic stops, sometimes these things, man, you're just, hair on the back of your neck goes up. You just feel something's off. And look at the passenger's G-riding in the car. G-riding is when you got your seat kicked back, you're practically laying in the back seat.
Please, sir. How are you, bud? Good. Good, man. Look, I'm Austin Douglas State Police. I stopped you. You're right up behind that 18 with...
He keeps looking at his trunk. If you've noticed that, he keeps looking at his trunk.
Look, man, you go watch the good morning, okay? You want my try where is somebody doing that, okay? I'm trying to get on the road. Okay. I got you. You got ID?
He's the one that used that license plate. He's very sick right now. And he's trying me. He just not feeling good. He can't focus. I don't have license. So we just put on any kind of counsel. Yeah, I do. Let's go get it.
And I'm already feeling the anxiety, just that little bit of you're just on high alert. That's what you are. Doesn't have his ID, he wants to go back to the car. You got this other dude in the car that's suspicious as heck.
Hey, come right here. Where you headed? We're back in Nashville. Okay, what's wrong? North Carolina.
You coming from North Carolina?
So,
North Carolina's out here, buddy.
we took the other way.
Huh?
We walked into Louisiana.
They got a Nashville from North Carolina?
Yep.
North Carolina and Tennessee are right next to each other. Considering they are currently in Louisiana, the driver's suggested pathing doesn't add up, as they'd have to drive an extra 14 hours to Louisiana just to turn around and drive back up north to Tennessee.
I don't think that says North Carolina's on the East Coast, though.
It's the same way.
Huh?
It's the same way.
You realize Louisiana's down here. Yeah. Nashville, Tennessee's right here. And North Carolina's over here.
My GPS took me this way. You can check the GPS.
So you going to North Carolina right now?
Yes, sir.
AJ, what's he doing in North Carolina? Huh? What's he doing in North Carolina?
Did I say North Carolina?
Yeah, what? Oh, my fault. What you trying to tell me?
My fault. I mean, I'm in Texas.
Hold it, buddy. I'm like, hold it.
That's on me. That's on me.
What part of Texas?
Houston.
Okay, how long?
So this is where I would have him a little bit further. That's a pretty good location. But what you want is, you want to be able to question him and then go question the passenger and see if their stories line up.
You been down there?
2 days.
Okay. You and your buddy?
Yeah.
Is this your car?
Yeah, that's my mom. She rented it for us.
I got you. What y'all do down in Houston?
Just party.
I got you. All right. Let me go holler at him. Give me just a minute. Make sure you're not coming from North Carolina.
Yes,
Hang out right there. You good? You good? Hang out back there.
So this cop he's doing a great job. This guy has done this before. He's laughing. He's making him feel at ease. He's outnumbered. So you just don't want these guys to feeling on edge. That's when things start getting a little bit dicey, is when they feel they're getting cornered like a cornered animal, and that's when things can get dangerous.
Hey, any weapons you got there? Know about any guns or anything else? Okay.
great job, very casual the way he asked it. He's like, hey, any by chance any weapons in the car? Which, by the way, when I used to ask people if they had any weapons, not these guys, but if I asked people, you got any guns in the car, and they said no, I'd say, why not? You should. It's dangerous out there.
What's going on, man? You alright? Yeah. Alright, man. Tired? Party? No, I got you. Where y'all at, buddy? Nashville. Huh? I got you. Where y'all coming from? How long y'all down there? 40 down there? Okay. Well, running through down here?
He's making sure they're on the, he's thinking, what the heck, am I on the right? Are we on the same page here? So far, it seems to be matching up.
Y'all both from Nashville? Where'd y'all stay when you were down there? You said Maryland. Huh? Maryland. Okay. With who? Somebody you knew or what? Yeah, I got family down there. Oh, for real? Yeah. Okay. I got you. Give me just a second, okay? Where'd y'all stay at down there? At Frank's house. Okay. All right. Where at? In Houston or what? Yeah, just in Houston on the border. I got you. Okay, give me just a second.
I told you before, one thing I never did was get back in the car. Luckily I had an SUV for most of my time, and I would stand at the passenger side, not get in, and work on my computer there, so that I was always mobile and not stuck in my car. Oh, look at him.
Tell me something. Look at him here. The car was rented yesterday. How was it rented yesterday and you're in Houston for a couple of days? This will be my second day. We just left today. Huh? We just left today. This will be my second one. We left today. I went up there the night before. So it was picked up in Tennessee or it was picked up in Houston? It was picked up in Tennessee. We went that night. Party. Last night. Yeah. Okay. Where's y'all party at? On Tuesday night? At my friend's house. Okay. I got you. How old are you, buddy?
Yeah, you too.
Okay. I got you. All right, cool. Come here. Do me a favor. All right, look. Read through this for me, okay? What I'm asking is to search your vehicle, okay? But I want you to read through this to the fullest, all the way through. From this line, all the way down to here, okay? We'll talk about that whenever you get down there, okay?
This guy's seasoned. He is probably an interdictor. He has an unmarked vehicle, so it looks to be unmarked. He's an interdictor, knows what questions to ask. Check the rental agreement on the rental car, because they said they were down in the Houston area for a couple days, but then the vehicle had just been rented in Tennessee the day before, which means that they were there and back, which is usually a sign of you picked something up and now you're headed back.
I do not, no sir. Alright, so do you have to search the vehicle? I don't have to, no sir. That's why I'm asking you to read this so I can get your consent. I'll tell you about it. Just read it. We'll talk about it after.
Smart.
You understand what I'm asking? Yes, sir. Okay. You allow me to search it. If you consent and say, yes, you can search my vehicle, you sign right there. If you do not, you tell me no. Okay. No, I know. Right in front of there, you didn't pull me over for that. Okay. So no? Okay, that's fine, man. All right, so that's why I get you to read it and get your consent. Now let me explain to you this. Buddy here, I got out of his dog coming up. Can't I
He knows he's screwed at this point. When we would pull over people trafficking drugs, sometimes they would say, yeah, you can search the car, and they were hoping that you wouldn't, or that you wouldn't find what they're looking for, what you were. Sometimes they may not search the trunk, whatever, just a cursory search. So a lot of the times they're trafficking, they'll say yes to a consent because they don't want to tip you off. When he said no, it probably only solidified in the trooper's mind that this is something's up. And then now he's telling him about the canine, and this guy now knows the gig is about up.
Call with this man. How about for me, bud? My partner there is sitting around the dog around the car, okay? You have any guns or anything on you? Any guns in the car? Hold on one second. Come here.
So that's just a Terry pat. Just you're only feeling for any weapons. You're not feeling for anything else. Just make sure it's a cursory search of the pockets, and that's all you're feeling for at this point.
All right, go ahead, right there. We'll go. I'll take it off. Yeah, go ahead.
There was one.
What's Tide Evo? It's real laundry magic. With 6 layers of cleaning power, new Tide Evo makes stains disappear.
Yeah, kind of gives it.
Like magic. New Tide Evo is real laundry magic.
I never thought I'd feel this way. Yeah.
New movies every Saturday at 8, 7 Central. Part of Love of a Lifetime.
This is Arby's quarter-pound pulled pork and chopped brisket. Both are smoked slow for up to 13 hours. Tender, juicy barbecue like this isn't magic, although there is a lot of smoke involved.
Arby's, we have the meat.
It was one of my pet peeves, actually, when they would throw cigarette butts out the window. If I saw it, I'd pull you over for it. And I actually got warrants when passenger flicked a cigarette. Driver ends up having a warrant. None too pleased with this passenger, but yeah, it's absolutely a legit stop. It's littering.
I'm going to tell you what just happened. I just asked him for consent to search the vehicle, allowed him to read a consent to search form, and fully explained who searched the vehicle. He refused to sign it, which means he does not want to search the vehicle. When I explained to him, my buddy that actually got with me on the stop is our K9 member, okay? He's going to run his narcotics over around the corner. He alerts to the vehicle. I'll drop the call, search the vehicle. If not, you're going up the road back to Nashville or wherever it is, keep going, okay? Or from North Carolina, whatever.
Hey, you never even left, man.
I asked him, I said, hey, where are you coming from? He said, North Carolina. I said, where are you going? He said, Nashville. I said, you realize where you're at? He said, well, I'm taking this where my GPS from. We can have it going, man. He said, I said, where you going?
Making light of the situation. This is good cop. This is a good trooper, man. Yeah, he's got the subdued interdiction vehicle.
He said, well, we going back to Nashville. I said, okay, where from? He said, well, North Carolina. I said, you realize Louisiana's right here, Nashville's right here, and North Carolina's right here. I said, you done screwed something up. Where?
That's it. Like 13 years.
Really? What'd you do down there?
Yeah, I lived there, man.
Okay. You grew up there? You lived there?
Yeah.
What made you move to Nashville?
Well, see, I just, my family, we just had family problems. My mom moved.
The other thing he noticed is that the K9 hit. So if you watch him, he now positions himself in between them and the vehicle. Also, making sure that they can't see what's going on with the dog back there either.
Around, so I moved to Houston. I moved to Pearland for like 2 years. Now I'm in Nashville. Met this little fuck.
What are you?
19.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You're 20. Okay.
So she just alerted on the vehicle. So she alerted on the driver's side door. So is everything in there we need to be made aware of? All right, cool.
Got some logs? T-shirt's been eating on that phone, son. And that smell weird.
Those gloves suck to get on. So the other thing, though, if you look at the trunk, and if people say they're on vacation going down there to hang out at a friend's house, but then you don't have any bags, that's always also a red flag.
Just get that out of the way first.
At this moment, reports indicate the driver turns to the officer standing next to him and says, "Sir, you might as well go ahead and put us in handcuffs." The officer then asks him why, and he replies, "Because he's about to find some The officer...
Nothing. When they figure out they're busted, he's like, "Yeah, you may as well just put us in handcuffs because they're about ready to find some crap."
Searching the vehicle, then see the officer putting him in cuffs and go to assist before finishing their search.
What is it? Okay, with your... Where you at? Okay.
And he's got a gun. If he has a pistol, look, I'm a big Second Amendment guy, huge supporter of it. You gotta be 21 to have a pistol. 18 to have a rifle. So that, and you can't transport drugs and have a gun with you as well. That's gonna be a problem for him. Miranda. Yeah, that's the best feeling, man. Oh, wow. That's a bunch of coke, man.
2, 3.
No wonder they were excited. Those are all kilos of coke, man.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, bro.
10 kilos of cocaine.
The book bag got?
That's a good hit. So there's markings on it, which is why they blurred that out. But yeah. The markings would be indicative of who the cartel is, or who produced it, or brought it into the country.
What is that? He said, "Let me call Matt Jones and
All the packages of cocaine were found to weigh approximately
25 pounds, which is about right, 10 kilos. I think a kilo is 2-point-something pounds.
At 5 pounds, including packaging with a street value of up to $2.3 million. Passenger mentioned was found under his seat, removed, and placed in an evidence box. After running the gun's serial number, it was confirmed to be stolen through the
How do
National
those young
Metro
guys
Police
get all that? And
Department.
it's marked, so they know which
Jalen
kind of
Thompson was
cartel
charged
line
with
it came
falling too close,
from.
operating a motor vehicle
And a lot of
driver's
the
license
dealers and
possession
people that get
with
involved with
intent
that
to
stuff, like people have said before, some of the best dealers don't do the product. They switch to different businesses. They're not just into the drug trade, you know? Yeah, but some of the worst dealers that peddle it. 18 years old. He's 18 years old driving around with over $3 million worth of cocaine. I mean, that doesn't just happen without a little help, obviously, from older cartel people. And those cartel people that give these kids all these drugs, and then the police officers bust them and get rewarded for it. Yeah, those dealers, yeah, they make money off of a lot of other things too, and the microchips and abuse of our children. They get revenge on people that maybe liabilities to them, or just don't like them maybe.
But some of these guys, man, they should be held accountable to the full.
Yeah, so anyways, yeah, we're in Augusta, Maine. I really hope that the proper authorities do what they're supposed to do to help our children in the hands of these sick fucking pedophiles. That'd be cool. Being protected by druggies and nasty fucking pieces of shit.
Jalen will be 26 years old when he is released in 2028, and Derek will be 31 years old when he is released in 2033.
You would be so pissed if the guy driving got pulled over because he was following too close when you knew, I mean, you gotta follow every traffic law. And rental cars, we find drugs in rental cars all the time. 2 guys, one guy G-riding in the passenger seat, rolling like they're, that is a red flag to interdictors. You got a rental car, 2 dudes in the front seat, a rental car from Tennessee nonetheless, and you start to put all the pieces together, they end up getting them. I think they deserved a little bit more time, but 5 years is pretty hefty. 5 years plus probation. The other guy got 10 years because he already had some felony convictions, and so he got busted for 10 years. Great work by these guys, by this, and you can see why they're so excited, man. They took 10 kilos, 25 pounds of cocaine, a couple $1 million street value off the streets, and caught these two guys, got a stolen firearm. Fantastic work. Everything they did was really great. These are pros. Got them in cuffs when they needed to, and great work. Let me know what you think. Comment, like, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next video.
This is fantastic. Y'all, you know how I feel about your